Oh, we're back at it again. What's up? We got something a little bit different today. Today, we have what are called race deck floor tiles. So this is not actually sponsored by Race Deck. This is the flooring that I went with, but there are a lot of questions. There's an alternative called Swiss Track, so either Race Deck or Swiss Tracks, and there might be a couple other ones, but those are the two main popular ones. So what are they? They are beautiful looking floor tiles for your shop. They have these lovely little drain slots, basically, so you, as a window tinting shop, can keep tinting, and then all the water and dirt and shit will kind of fall in between and sit on the floor. So I've been getting a ton of questions about them since I've installed them. I've had them for about a year, and this whole thing is to kind of go over what are my thoughts about these. Do I like them? Would I buy more? How do you clean them? What do you do? Lots and lots of questions regarding that. So already I have this space right here. So this is the space that I've actually, this is actually the space that I've had since I was in the old garage. It's a 17 by like 19. And then we're going to be moving it out to like 24 by 25. So I bought a bunch more, and we're going to be going over all those things. So stay tuned. What is up, my dudes? How you guys doing? We're tinting tiles today? That's right. If we always tint, so we're just going to throw some tint over this stuff. Now, something a little bit different today. I've been meaning to install this floor for like a week now. And I want to get it done. My first appointment this morning actually canceled because he unfortunately, it was such a cool truck too. It was a Ram, it was the TRX Ram, which is basically the Raptor competitor. They put the Hellcat motor in the Ram now because they put that shit in everything. And he unfortunately got in an accident, so that is not going to happen today. I have an appointment later that I could have streamed, but come on, let's look at this gross floor, right? I've done that shit, Ram. Hey, come on. We might do better for search results and stuff. I always like seeing some extra beefy horsepower behind a truck. Why not? I know they're going to be the same as most of the other ones, though. Frank's Red Hot, I put that shit on everything. Exactly. That's been Chrysler's, or Ram, Dodge, their whole mentality is just that motor, let's put that shit on everything. Hellcat, all the things. Nothing changes? Yeah, I wouldn't expect so. But it would have been a fun stream regardless, so. I'm actually very curious about how many blades are in your floor. Yes. Thank you. Blades, how many blades are in the floor? Where does the water go? Because we don't have drains. Like, how does this look after a while? So I pulled it out of the old garage. I put it here. So it's already been through one move. And yeah, we're just going to jump into it. I've got till about 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock, my next appointment shows up. So I actually have to be doing that one around that time. So yeah, we have a little bit of cleaning to do. And a lot of echo now. Probably more so than normal, because we don't actually have cars in here. So, wow, I don't have mine in here. It's nice open space. You know what's really cool? It's nice to just walk up and start a stream. I always have to like prep a car, check in a customer. But today, I just get to do my floor. All right, so this is the floor. You've seen it a bunch of times. This is what it looks like without a car in here. So we have to move a couple of things, and we have a big stack of tiles. And we're going to start with moving some of the heavy stuff. Citadel's 13F report. Oh. Yeah, yesterday was a fun day for GME for sure, and then it came back down. It's only a matter of time. It's getting spicy though, for sure. You should do a giveaway. However many blades. I'm not gonna go through and count them though. Or save them. It's all getting swept out. So this is probably the only real obnoxious thing is I got wires running all along the sides. So I don't use these right now anyways. So I suppose we can move this. We can move this one. I'm gonna move these over here. We got some benches. No, I unboxed these and I took a picture. It's the picture it's in the thumbnail, which is not a super fun picture to set up to take. But I had the boxes. I had all those, and then I still had a bunch of people asking me, like, what tiles are those? It's the pictures of the boxes are right there. Liquidity tests? Yes. Yes, there are. Yeah, so those of you that have been following GME, liquidity tests, they've added margin requirements, so $500 million across the board everybody's got to add into. So that'll be fun. Crypto's been taking a nosedive. I'm gonna have to, I don't even really know how far. It's probably gonna come out to about here. So I'm probably just right in the way. You guys are gonna find out real quick how messy of a person I am. So we got all the tiles, we got a bunch of edge pieces, and then, I still don't have a good idea, because if I'm gonna be cleaning, I gotta move all that shit somewhere. So I almost have to move the tiles one way and then sweep all that shit out this way. Or something. I didn't have a plan. My plan was, hey, I really need to do this. Let's try and do this. Or at least whatever we can on stream today. I'll order pizza. Sounds good. There we go. So one of the tricky things is if you order too many tiles, you have to figure out how to rearrange some and cut them down and whatnot. This is where my brain really stops working. I'm not great with figuring out all of this. It takes me a really long time to count out the dumb tiles and figure out the layout that I kind of set up, because at the home garage, I think I ordered 18 by 20, and we ended up doing 17 by 19. So I had to cut some black tiles and then squeeze the whole thing, and then I had some extra ones, but it took me a long time to figure out exactly how many I actually ordered and stuff like that to set it up. All right, so the way that these things come apart is pretty simple, and you can take them out in big chunks too. So as soon as you start breaking them apart, they'll actually come apart pretty simple. So like this. Just across the whole thing. Oh, that is gross. That is really gross. I immediately regret this. But we should be able to just, woo! That's not too bad. Yuck. Oh, that looks like shit. So the other thing, yummy. The other thing is I actually built this wrong. So they suggest you start at the corner and work your way outwards, but I had them facing this way. Well, this is actually flipped a weird way, huh? So this almost started at this corner, should have gone that way. So everything was kind of like all sorts of wonky. When you're trying to put them together, it made it way more difficult. Probably do a bigger section here. How much would I charge to come to Cali and tint your windows? Be probably cheaper for you to just drive it across the country. Yuck. All right, we got a bigger section here. Yeah, me. Well, that's fun. This is all the shit that sits under there over time. We got probably a billion little blades over here. You got, this is obviously where all the tires and stuff sit. This is gross. But it's really not that bad. I mean, we already have the floor moved, so that's cool. Here, one sec. That's my back room. That's all sorts of fun. I have a pressure washer. I was just going to, oh, look at the difference. That's all sorts of shiny. Yeah, oh, if you have a drain, that is better. So everything will kind of just slump into the middle. I don't. So all the water just kind of floats and goes to all the low spots. So we're going to take a pressure washer. We're going to spray. We're going to scrub. We're going to sweep. What else do we need to move? Let's move some of this. We don't need this here. I tinted a, what was it, 2007 Fusion? Oh, those are my favorites. Old Fusions are the best. We used to get a ton of those every day. We used to at least get 2 to 3, like, in a day at my dad's shop regularly, because it was just, everybody had a Fusion. Clay bar the floor. We should. These bottles have probably been sitting here for like at least 4 or 5 months for no good reason. Everything's gonna be all clean. This will be good. It'll give me a lot of space against the wall. That's what it looks like without it, though. These are not bad floors, but I like the difference. I thought about just, leaving it the way it is, but I like the flooring too much, I think. All that's there. So how do we shift it? Probably should have pulled them a little bit farther back. That way we could free up some space. Yes, we got a bunch. It's currently like a 17 by 19. And now it's going to be like a 24 by 24. 24 by 25 or something like that. It's going to go all the way to the door now. It's going to stop short though. So like to the edge of where that door is, that's how much wider we're going. So we're kind of going to be more in the center. We're just going to bring it farther out. Yeah, I'm excited. The one thing, though, is I got to figure out a good way to clean these. Because we have some that have a little bit of paint on them. And then they're also, the green ones are definitely showing the most dirt. And we're putting nice clean ones on there. So it's going to be kind of like a mishmash of that. But we'll figure it out. So I got my router there. It's the only thing I can't really move. Everything else can be moved. Let's see, there we go. What are your thoughts on Solar Guard? They last from what I understand. I never understood why they have majority of their films are like 1mm films, which is kind of odd. So they have Galaxy, which is a color stable 1.5mm, and then most of their other ones, as far as I remember, were like 1mm films. Everybody else is 1.5, they're 1mm. Go figure. But yeah, they're definitely a good company. Ooh, the blades. I like your sweeper holder. What was that? I'm a new tinter. Hang on. I'm a new tinter. Wow, look at that. Look at how gross that floor looks. Yummy. I'm a new tinter, new tint place in my state, paying for Facebook ads. I only get about 7 people per month. How do I grow more? It's a good question. It's tough in the beginning. You got to try and stand out. Facebook only did so much for me. You have to be really creative with your Facebook ads too. More often than not, we got people that were price shopping and wanted to waste time. Every once in a while, we'd get a really good client off of Facebook, but we had to push a lot of advertising. The best return that I ever got off of Facebook ads was really when I made some videos, like explaining the difference between carbon and like cheap carbon and expensive carbon. That was one of the best returns that I got off of Facebook. Everything else was not so great. I mean, I even had to kind of put together an automated system to auto-reply to a lot of these people because the people that wanted to book with me were really straightforward. They were just like, hey, I have this car, I want to get it tinted, how much? Okay, cool, when can I schedule? Done. Everybody else that didn't book was like asking 50 questions, trying to beat me up on price. They're just a bunch of time wasters. So it's tough to grow, but the biggest thing is word of mouth. Google reviews help. Honestly, I get the most off of Google. So Google ads might be worth it too, but start getting creative about your advertising. Don't just post pretty pictures and little captions. Those are so overdone, they don't do hardly anything. They help, and I would say keep doing them, but in addition to doing something extra creative. All right. So this guy looks like a lot of snap blades. No. What are you talking about? We don't have lots of snap blades hidden in the floor. All right, what is not on? Or what just got kinked? Ah, there. No, we don't do lots of snap blades. That's crazy. That right there, that's probably all the soapy water that is just... That's all soapy water. Yum. I got let go of my previous tint shop during the winter. Wow. I'm really bad at reading this right now. Oh, dang! Alligator with a 10. Oh, that's a really helpful one. If you're gonna run ads on Facebook, tell your story and what makes you different. If it's only about tint and or price, you will lose every time. I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, there's so many ads that fly by with pricing and stuff in mind. You gotta show more than that. You gotta be interesting. That's one reason I think the Carbon did so much better, is because it starts to describe you as a little bit of, your business. You can talk about you. You can talk about what you do, why you like this over that. People love stuff like that, and they want to know more, but everybody just goes for the quick route. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that. What was that other comment? I got let go of my previous tint shop recently. I went to a smaller dealership. I got a spot there. I maintenance their vehicles, and I am slow. I pay no rent or get to tint their vehicle. Oh, well, that's nice. Matt, you know my story. I've built my business on Facebook. Yeah, that's true. So I give Facebook crap because I wasted a bunch of time with it. But Alligator did really good by it, so your results will vary. Like he said, put a lot more into the creativity and tell your story. So that's definitely what I'm getting at. Like, you got to be better about your ads, or more creative, or whatever. Like, stand out. Everybody looks at everybody to see what they're doing and then copies. Look to see what people are doing and then try and do better. Or different. Ew. I just want to get some water down. I'm going to go in and just going to scrub it. Oh, look at how shiny it is underneath. Forbidden chocolate. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard no for me. Yeah, so this is definitely super gross and nasty underneath it, but I mean, what I do like about not having a drain, like I don't like not having a drain, but like with the tiles, I'm at least able to stand over all the water and shit while I'm working. So yes, it builds up underneath, but it's not like all that stuff's getting blown around and up into my tint job, right? It's kind of sits underneath and stays there until you get around to pulling all the tiles, which doesn't take long, clean it out, and then move all that stuff back. Spray them down with all-purpose cleaner and then pressure wash them. I meant to pick some up. I wasn't sure which type of cleaner to get though, but I meant to get some and I didn't. So I will be doing that probably later, but that's good to know. Somebody said they'll pay me to slip and slide on this. Yeah, no. That's extra gross. We haven't even gotten to the fun part yet. We actually got to unbox the rest of them and then figure out where we're going to push them, or where we're going to put them. I should power wash that section. It'd be really handy to have a drain right now, though. All right, let's see what we got to do. I got to push it all the way out there. There's like a low spot right in here. So, got to go up a little bit, push it over there, and then right by that door is another hill, so it all goes right into that section. Ooh, we're slipping. Push it to the low spot, then grab your shop vac. About the shop vac part, we need to do that. So, check back in next time when we actually have one. Whose silver Hondas that's always there? That's mine. Does it smell? Actually, no. It's Grime and baby shampoo and Dawn. Mostly residue from soap and like residual crud from windows. Doesn't really have a smell though. Didn't you get an SUV since you have a baby? I got a 20 Blazer. That's the mama mobile. And then we had the baby, and then we ran out of space real quick in it. So we're gonna be figuring out something eventually, but since we just got in the Blazer, I'd have to do something with the Explorer. So wasn't like an urgent priority right now. I got too many tiles I gotta put in. So that's just kind of it. It's just a lot of things get pushed off. Ceramic coating the floor. You know, somebody that's more familiar with ceramic coating could better tell you that. Oh, look at that. So much better. I don't know if anybody tries to ceramic coat their floors. Somebody's had to have done it, though. Isn't the water going to get trapped under the tile every day? No. Yes, it does. And then it evaporates. So, in a really high production shop, this probably isn't your best solution. But if you're not tinting a ton of cars every day in the same spot, and it has a chance to kind of dry out a little bit, this stuff actually works really well. So as you can see, we're not really tinting a bajillion cars here every day. And they have a couple days in between. Am I still sitting at the glass shop? I am, and I really need to replace myself there. So we're just now getting super busy over the past, like super busy to where we're scheduling out a good amount of time in advance. I'm sure that will be only so lived, so I go back and forth. And the thing is, I really want to have somebody to replace myself with. I don't just want to leave them. So I'll probably be posting something in the group about if anybody wants to fill in there. That would be cool. I don't know if anybody will. The water looks like coffee. Yeah. We're just gonna put it in a big thermos at the end of the day. It's very frothy. What service brings the most money in a glass shop? Glass. The windshields. They just do a ton of windshields. That's their main thing. They don't replace doors every day, back windows. They do them, but not every day. They're pretty much all windshields all the time. Oh, we have to scrub that. All right. Push some of this out, and then we'll go and spray a little bit, scrub it. Or else we're just going to be pushing coffee all over my shoes. Not my hose. Woohoo! Let's not get the soft boxes all grody. No, no, no! Aha! So somewhere in here, there's a low spot. So that should hopefully sit there. I always wondered if there was a drain under the race deck. I wish there was, but there's a ton of shops that are like this, where the bays don't actually have drains where you're working. My dad's shop The tint bag didn't have drains. All through the wintertime, it would sink. The low spots were just on the outside of the tires. So you're always walking through slushy mud every day. I mean, you do a car, you try and sweep it out, but God, that got so annoying. So we didn't have this either. We just dealt with it. Wouldn't a wet vac help some? No, it would. And the thing is, I didn't even think to do that. So I don't actually have a wet vac here, but it absolutely would have helped to just do this, condense it, and then suck up all the middle. That would absolutely help a bunch. So do that. You know, you remind me of somebody that told me something a while back, and I just completely forgot about it. They're like, what you could do is probably just spray a bunch of water underneath, go to the low spot, pull up the tile, and then use a wet vac and suck all that shit out. And you'd probably get a fair amount out of it. But, again, I'm not the smartest cookie. Did you ever have a fast food job? I did. I worked at a Dairy Queen and a Quiznos. So my very first job was actually high school, Quiznos, 2 weeks. It was horrible. That's why it was only 2 weeks. I was a bad employee too. I only half learned the sandwiches, and you just had a card that you had to read with all the things, so I'd constantly be looking at it. The Quiznos was a very successful one though, and they closed down. But still. During that time, that was 16. 16 or 17. And then I was paid $5.50 an hour. And they had no hopes of going above that. And the thing about Quiznos is their sandwiches are like $12. With a drink and chips and shit. And you would think that they would at least comp you a sandwich. No, they give you half off a sandwich. So the owner, this is also why it was 2 weeks. The owner was like, yeah, you go to school, go home, do your homework, work here for a couple hours. So they had me in there for 2-3 hours in a day. $5.50 an hour. If you want a sandwich, that's your whole check. Yeah, no. So I was immediately still putting in applications to other places. And then I got a job at Dairy Queen, which Dairy Queen was like, yeah, we'll pay you $7.50. So one of the best things I actually learned from my dad when I was looking for a job, he's like, don't just put your application in a pile of other applications. He's like, ask to talk to a store manager. Always do that. And so I actually did that. I put in my application, and then I always made sure a store manager was around so I could talk to them. And that's what got me a job really quickly. Because the store manager was like, yeah, we're hiring. I just got to go through a bunch of applications. I'm like, well, can I do an interview right now? And they see that as ambition. So there you go. Get a job really quickly. Oh, that's looking so much better. When is the Range Rover full tint? What Range Rover? I don't think we have a Range Rover on the schedule. All right, now I'm being just particular. So I'm just going to go over it one more time. We'll be good. Then we can start slapping some tiles down. We're never going to see this until we probably move out of here again or something. Are you hiring? Not right now, no. I got somebody to help. Nick helps with the phone and extra stuff right now. And I'm trying to keep my schedule. Like, we get, like, on and off influxes of new people. So the thing, I've been around this business for quite a while. When you're starting out especially, you'll have a surge of people, then it'll go back down, then you have another surge, it'll go back down. So right now we're in that surge coming off the top. And I'm just trying to keep a buffer on all my appointments so I have something. So if I brought in another person, I want to make sure they're busy too. And then I have to teach somebody. Which you might go like, hey, your whole channel is teaching, what the hell? Dude, teaching somebody to be a full-time employee? Oof. You don't get a good person, man, they make things difficult. So we're not there yet, but we'll get there. Been jaded by a lot of crappy workers. Is it possible to tint a Mercedes EQC? I've never seen a Mercedes that you couldn't tint, so I'm going to say yes. My chocolate. It's like a body shop. Get busy, get slow, get busy, get slow. Yeah, I'd imagine that's all of them. Do you have a story about your anonymous worst worker? Oh. God damn, this looks clean. Do we need race deck? Because this, I forgot what this looked like. This is nice. All right, let's take a little break. Dang! This looks good. I've never had this with this lighting without... Maybe we should just leave this. It's good. 1,000 donation to lay down in that? I'm good, thank you. All right, what do we got? I got to check in the business too. All right, where's GME at? It's 11:30, so we got about an hour and a half to do the rest of it. Is this stuttery? 1 second, let me do this. There we go. How y'all doing? Y'all having fun? Oh, this is so nice. God, these floors. This floor up here didn't get much use either up in the corner. I'm looking at how it looks on the cameras. We're just gonna send it all back. Full screen projection, Samsung. Ooh, it's pretty good. If you still have some, I DM'd you about glass age rules. I didn't catch it. Can you text the business number? Because if I missed it, I don't remember. I didn't see, because there was one I got yesterday, and I don't know where I would have missed the other one. Because I sent some more out this morning. When you put the tint on the window, if the interior, When you put the window, I'm guessing that's of the interior and put soapy water, is it okay for the water to go down the window panel? Yes. Yes, it is. There's usually a barrier in between there. It keeps it away from most of the electronics. Now, the stuff on the outside, that's why we still use carpet shield and cover that up and cover the switches too. If you don't have it, you can put a towel over the switches and you're generally fine. Just wipe off the door panels and stuff, but people don't really like to see that. And then when you get like leather interior and stuff, along the seams, all the stitches, it'll start to swell there. So be careful of stuff like that. But that's only on like the nicer cars. I know you don't use on Instagram. Oh, okay. Which the Detroit Tint Studio one? I can check that. That's easy enough. I just didn't know which one. Oh, I don't think we plugged in this battery. Looks like it's still got juice though, so that's good. Dang, this is nice. That's what I was so happy about when I moved in here. It's just like the floors were done. Look at that. The floors were already coated when I moved in here. What are the chances? I opened a workshop, but I'm nervous if I can't do the job. That is worrisome for sure. That's how you learn, though. You know, I've had a couple of cars. I called around locally for support too every once in a long while, but these are probably going to be like the biggest problem of this whole thing. I got new edge pieces too. You just grind through it. I mean, on the challenges, because then you'll never grow. But if there's something you just flat out can't do, you got to be honest with your customer about it. Put in a good effort. Don't charge them anything if you can't do it, and apologize. People are generally cool. I mean, they don't like their time wasted, but good clients are very understanding. I got my Hollyland yesterday. Ooh, somebody went big. Hollylands are not cheap. And they're big, unless you get this one. All right. So I think we're just gonna have to flip the whole thing. It'll probably be the quickest way to do this. So, right? Oh, that'll flip it that way. I guess that's okay. Huh. I don't have a good solution for this. Like I said, I'm getting the one you told me to get, the 400. I said the 650, right? That's the one I have. Okay, we're gonna have to clear just a little bit more space. I'm thinking, because when I said I built it wrong, so they have clear instructions on what to do here. And I just ignored them. So they say $650. Oh, okay. Yeah, but the model is the 650 Pro S. So this right here, they tell you to start in the corner, and then the little loopy loops, make sure those go out. And I think I did it in reverse because of the way that the floor was set up. Because of I oversized it, and then I just wasn't thinking. The next thing I know, I'm just throwing tiles in. So let me look at this for a second. So we got to make sure the loopy loops are out, and it'll help to start in the very corner of that. So that means each one of them basically has to go, this whole thing has to go sideways, but the colors are set up that way. Fuck. But we need 2 blacks. I can do this. To get another for yeah, so you can try USB-C. It says you can do that somehow. It says it was a USB. It might work over USB-C. So look into that. It's a wireless HDMI streamer. Just a thought. What's the point of the flooring? Because it looks good. It looks very good. That's the main reason. I mean, the practical thing is the water will seep in between there and then you're standing above it. But it's, for window tinting, it's helpful for me. And I love the look. You just can't beat this look, really. Unless, though, the vinyl flooring's pretty cool, too. So I guess you could. I gotta keep an eye. Keep an eye on all that. How long does the battery last? Transmitter? These, you can get bigger batteries. This one's about 3 or 4 hours. You have to get extra batteries for the for the transmitter. Yeah, so this is going to be a big problem then, if I got to do this with every single one of them. Like a big, big problem, because they're going to do that. I have a feeling we literally got to do... No, not necessarily gray pieces. Actually, we should be okay. Just sections like this. Okay. So, we went two black, I think another 2, then an area of green, a green strip, and then a gray fill, and then 5 black on that side. So we're going to line this up in here. Please don't unplug. You will kill my entire stream if you unplug. We should treat you better. Well, shit. We're going to have to cut one of these, actually. So let me take out... Oh, no, I could just shift this whole thing over. Because this is gray. So I ordered a couple black ones, too. So... So that, and then 2, and then that's where we get the green. So this whole thing can go over a little bit, and then we'll put one more black right there, and then we'll do the black fill down here. This is a race deck floor. I like the color scheme. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to go with a bold green somewhere in there, but still keep a cool look to it. Do we got like an hour to put these in? Ooh, 11:30. Put DTS in the center. That would be cool. But then the car's always covering it up. Was it nasty? Nah. Yeah, just go back a little in the stream. So this is what makes this easier, okay? I fucked up real bad when I put these together. So having the loops go this way means you just set the tile and then they just snap in place on top of each other, just like Legos. If you do it the other way, you're constantly sliding tiles underneath. And it's oh man, it took twice as long. So, well, actually, since we have new black tiles, right? No, let's use the old ones. Because I'd rather have the old ones over here. New ones over there, I think. Slippery. Ew, I dragged it through part of the puddle. Oh, these ones. Let's take these. Let's put these somewhere. Hello. So loopy loops go this way. So we gotta break this one apart. A little bit. So that's how that'll go. We take the green. Green's gonna go here. If I was just doing this from scratch, this would be way quicker, and especially because I did it the first time. Workout finished. Thank you. Guys, we're done. My watch told me we're done. So, like I said, if you do this in the side, this is where it's really going to suck, because you literally have to lift every tile, line it up, and then do it that way. So don't do it that way. Do it this way. Where you just line the top up on the loop, slap it over. That one. You know, okay, so I got new headphones, and they have no way to skip back. You can only go forward a track. And then at first I was gonna get the AirPods Pro, and then I found out you can't change the volume of your music on the AirPods Pro. You have to use the phone or a watch. So then I got the Bose, and the Bose lets me change the volume on the headphones. Oh, that is just seeping over there. I thought it was just gonna stay here. We might have to sweep some of that nasty shit out. Or we can ignore it and keep going. So I dug out my watch, and now I can do that, but it's just the same as if I got the AirPods Pro, but the sound on these things is fucking awesome. Easy peasy. And we got edge pieces this time too. So that's what these ones are gonna be. These ones are the male edge pieces, which is what we need for this side. Canon. What up? Oh, you can rewind what we say? No. I just mean for music. Like using headphones. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, these are... Oh, I guess I need the other ones. These ones aren't the ones that I need. So these are the edge pieces, though. These go all around, so we're going to put them all over all the edges. Go for it. So let's try the other box. Oh, that's fine. GoPro. Wow, really? GoPro. Where's my blade? You put something down for 2 seconds, and then you lose it. Your calves are looking sick. Yeah, no, we skipped leg day a long time ago. So this. See, I don't need to do it this way, but I just figured I'm just gonna put the edge pieces on the whole border because I've done without it and it just doesn't look as good. I could cut it and seam it against the wall, but I don't know. We'll do this probably later. I just wanted to get some sizing down, kind of get good placement so I don't have to shift it, and I'll put all the edge pieces around the whole thing. Because this whole thing's slanted a little bit. See how the whole thing kind of shifts on you? Like a little bit? So we're going to keep it pretty close to the way this goes. And get those edge pieces right there. That'll look better. Good deal. All right, let's put the rest of the floor on. Gray. So, actually, let me double check this. So we've got GameStop still going down. Had a fun day yesterday, not today. So where's the picture? So this is kind of, I had to screenshot multiple times. I did this on an iPad. So I did 3. Oh, I'm glad I have this picture. Okay, good. That's why we reference things. Ooh, we almost made a horrible mistake. When are you getting Glassade back in stock? Message me. Message Detroit Tint Studio. Text us, and we'll send you out a couple of rolls in the meantime. It's going to be probably June that it's going to be restocked. Not my fault. Just putting that out there. It's not my fault. It's just something, unfortunately, that happened. So 3. We're 3 wide, which is fantastic. So I'm not completely dumb. I'm glad I checked that because I thought it was 2. Doing different design? No, we're expanding. We're making the center a little bit bigger, same color scheme, same everything. You're not going to notice much of a difference except for hey, did you get more space? When's the Glassade IPO? Next month, along with Robin Hood's. Both of them will fall at the same rate. That'll be better. Cool. I knew I wasn't completely done with it. So we need... So the trickiest parts are just going to be because, like I said, this is facing the wrong way. So we have to correct that. So we have to break apart some of these. It'll be easy to correct the fill because that's all the same color, but when you're getting with colors being in particular spaces, that's where everything goes to shit. So we're going to break off a lot of the black pieces, flip them. We're going to get it. And then these ones, where's the loopy loops? Doing the edge pieces first? Might be. I mostly, and then I can put the edge pieces in, because unfortunately I got an appointment at 1, and normally I'm running behind, but today I'm still running behind. How much did you spend on this? A lot. It's like 17. Wait, did we need to do that? Maybe this will. No. It was like, initial order was like 1,700. And we basically added like another 1,400 to it. I don't know, it's a lot. Oh, so it's this way that I need it. Of course it is. $2,000 square feet. 2,000 square feet is about 1,000. Yeah, it's about $450 a square foot. It's expensive. These edge pieces kind of suck to put in and take out. Battery for charging? Oh, okay. So on the Hollyland, this is what I have set up. So these are the batteries that I use for the Hollyland. These are Sony NP550. And I got a dual charger, so one's always charging while the other one is in it. This is going to be harder than tinting. Until we get to a point where it's not too bad. Yummy. We got about an hour. Cool. Woo! Fun. What's the point of those? They look good. That's the real. Oh, I love that. It's like, let's be real here. You could have bought Yeezys with that money instead. It's like, true. True. It's all the up downs with this thing. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's not bad when you don't have to like redesign your whole pattern. But when you have to redesign your whole pattern so it all lays easier because all the extra ones that we're going to put in, that's where that really sucks. Ah! Currently doing a C8 and the windshield is really tight. Oh, I haven't done one of those. Dude, I don't have a good answer for you on that one. Tight windshields are just tough. Audis are one of the main ones that I get that generally give me a little bit of annoyance, especially down towards the back. You can try and unroll some of it before you install it and keep that roll tight. Need a stationary angle? I'm getting motion sickness. Sorry, bro. Skechers give you skills. These Skechers are the best shoes I've bought, period. They're light, they're fabric, slip on and off, easy peasy. All this shit's gonna have to move, isn't it? Fuck. Well, duh, because I made more space for myself, so. Ta-da! It's easier, but my hand starts to hurt. Pop the pillars on the vet. Ooh, sounds scary. But it's a Chevy, so it might not be bad. Yeah, the more we sweat, the more fun this headset gets. Ow! Rubber mallet. I know. I don't know where it is. There's a whole bunch of things. Do you know when you just do a bunch of things and then you're just kind of like, I gotta go do that today, and then you don't really plan for it? That's this. You mostly plan for it. It's easier when, like I said, once we start unboxing and getting into this gray fill, a lot of it's gonna get much easier. Wow, we're literally cutting our hand now. Canon. Yeah, this ain't fun. What time is it? 12? All right, cool. We'll get a good amount of this done. Stay tuned, because literally we can flip this whole fill, and you're gonna watch it going real fast. Black tiles, same thing. Just all the edge pieces and all this kind of garbage. When you're putting it in two at a time, it's not fun. You might leave some of that shit there so we can continue and just get most of this all laid in. Oh, that's a low spot. So we had this over cracked concrete before, and it wasn't too bad. It all held together. It didn't split apart or anything. Smack that. Oh, you guys. Maybe set it all and then walk over it to set. Oh, you're constantly tweaking little pieces. It kind of works and kind of doesn't. So, see, oh, this one, and then it takes a good mile. Okay, where are our 5 pieces? So I have these here. So I could order a handful more, but I only have so many. GoPro. I only have so many tiles available in so many colors. So I was looking at pictures, and the pictures definitely seem like 2 and 3 seem like a good way to go, so I guess I'll just stick with it. Let's not change too much right now. Are these as thick as Swiss tracks? I'm not sure. I haven't seen Swiss tracks. I doubt these ones are. But they make a couple. These were the economic ones. So let me get a picture right quick here. Canon. Okay, so we went 1, 2. We gotta count. No, I wrote it in my notes because I'm smart. I already counted. We are 24 by 26 total size, 16 green total width. Okay. So now we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 total width. So this is how long the green's going. Good, good. And then these are gonna go, I don't know how far, reasonably far. Basically to the edge of this. This is what I wanted to do, all the way to like the edge of here. So if we got some extra ones, we might, I don't know, I'll have to count them. These are better than cement. They're like a little bit, but these ones are the hard plastic ones, so they don't make like a ton of difference. There we go. Now we can do some gray. Well, I guess we can do green too, right? I think the green's gonna be the same sort of piece apart story, but that's fine. I meant like walking on them all day. Yeah, I know. I agree. They're a little bit better, but these ones being, oh, we gotta go the other way. These ones being like hard plastic, they don't provide like a ton of cushion, but I think some of them are like more rubbery. So it depends on what you get. Come on. Come on. It's slippery. Nope. There we go. This would have been so much easier if I wasn't dumb. That's the problem. Because when you're dumb, nothing goes fast. If I only put them together right the first time, then we'd have this floor already done. Live stream Harbor Freight. Feel dumb. Because it's right there on the box. They do what they can to help you, but sometimes you just, whatever. So we definitely got to build out some of this, too. But we can start doing some of this fill here. So we're not total dumb. Just a good amount. This stuff takes me way too long to figure out. Same thing with like rearranging furniture and stuff. My mind just doesn't work that way. So when we originally set this up, for those that are just tuning in, the original mistake was that we had them installed backwards. So what I mean by that is the loops need to be facing out. And the loops weren't facing out. The loops are facing in. So that caused the entire project to be put together more difficult than just slapping it on top of each other and pressing down. You had to inlay everything. But it was too far. We were too far in to change it. So now, because we're adding a bunch of it, I'm switching up the pattern to fix it. I'm tired. I think we're not going to be able to get the whole floor done today. But you have a good idea of what everything looks like because it's not going to look much different. I'll have enough space to pull a car on here, but I'll finish up all the edges later. Dang it. Imagine doing this, lining it up on every little bit. They start to snag. So once you get it started, it shouldn't be too bad. Red Bull? No, but it'll take some more coffee. We could do some more coffee. We can get it. Yeah. There we go. It's all coming. Oh, no. Keep the loops under. Where'd you get the tiles? Race deck. Whew. Okay, that was more tiresome than it should be. Oh, if you got total fill too. Fuck me. See? This is where I said my brain doesn't work so much. If total fill, or the total size of the green, 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If it's 16, Canon, then we're 1 too wide on the gray right now. So we need to take some of the gray out. Oh, because my dumbass would have started building green there. When I need to I would have started putting green in the wrong spot. There we go. Cool, so that's gonna be the whole shebang. Yeah, we're running out of material, so that's a good thing. That means lots of tiles get replaced. So green needs to come out. This is fun to watch while driving to the next job. Good old manual labor. I appreciate it. Which way? Oh, this way. How many calories? Probably more than I've burned all winter. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The what? The third black tile has the loops against the wall? I don't see it. This is all good right here. Ah! You guys, I'm sure are very familiar with auto mechanic work. Doing alarms remote starts, what my hands used to look like. Now they stay more clean. I feel like we're finally making some good progress. Because I was thinking about it, I was like, man, if I have to reverse every one of these stupid tiles, I'm gonna lose my mind. But then I remembered we have a fill color. And it can be switched any which way. Thank God. So, you know what we should do? I'm a glass installer. I look like that. Yes, you do. I tint at a couple days a week still at a glass shop. And I see them replacing windshields all day. I've replaced about 25 windshields myself. I don't miss it. Some of those buggers are real shit to cut out. There. Cool. So it's starting to slowly get closer to the wall in some spots. And so we're going to yank it away a little bit. That's why I think this wall is like a little bit angled. Oh, I was going zipping down the wrong line. You'd figure I learned how to tint. Oh, the guys at the shop don't know either. It's still, you can be around it, you can watch it. You gotta put in that work. It takes time. Just like I couldn't replace one of the, like I only know how to replace windshields from actually doing it. Is this the regular free flow? Yes, this isn't anything fancy other than it looks super cool. Can they go both ways? Yeah, and like we put them in backwards, so the loops are facing the wrong way. You know why I did that? I also did that because I had the garage door. I didn't think of all the edge pieces. Yeah, you can flip them any way, which way you want. It's just recommended if you're going to install them, start with the flat edges towards the corners, and then build out. Because if you want to move this whole floor around, it gets tough. I've seen like 100 cars, it gets easier. My man, good job. Probably can tint the car faster than I can replace a windshield. All right. Wow, is that literally most of the gray? Wow, I got a lot. How much? Oh, it's in total it's over $3,000. The space this big is expensive. We're not even doing the whole thing. But it was about $1,700-1,800 before in the old garage, and then we added some more square footage. Damn it. Ew. That was full of some chunks. Really me thinking this was already set the loops in the right spot. These are the new ones. I want to put those towards the edge. So we're suffering a little bit. At least you can take it if you move. That is exactly what I got it the first time. So I was debating whether this or epoxy floors, and then I was able to tint out of that garage for a grand total of about 3 or 4 months. And I yanked this stuff right out, brought it over here. That's why. Because I'm like, well, if something happens, I can yank it out. Sure as shit, something happened. So I like the look of a nice epoxy floor. And this actually is a pretty decent looking epoxy floor. Do you have a rubber mallet? No, that's why we're using our hand. I know I have a hammer somewhere, I just don't remember where I put it. I like the garage streams. Yeah, man, me too. We're starting to build out into space we don't have anymore. So that is most of the gray. That was literally most of the gray, and now it looks small. So we're literally expanding basically by double out to about here. This whole space is going to be tint zone. Get in the zone. Tint zone. Which is cool because look at how big that fucking canopy thingy is. That was oversized, so we're gonna put some extra lights around here. I'm gonna get some cabinets. I don't have them on order yet, but we're gonna get some cabinets eventually and put them there. It's gonna be nice. Canon. Everything's getting tilted, including me. We're gonna take a minute. What setting do you have on the GoPro? I have it in wide. Wide or, yeah, I think I just have it in wide, 60, and then tweak the colors a little bit, maybe. But I also tweak the colors on the computer. I did some color correction. I paid somebody on Fiverr to make me a LUT. Oh my God, you're right. Those are backwards. How did I not see that one tile? Somebody in chat was definitely not trolling. I thought it was over here, but I didn't even see it, man. That's so funny. Okay. What do we have? This would be easier to do without the GoPro too. So it's 12:20. So we got about another 20-ish minutes. 1 second. I'm gonna open the front. Can I do a color correction on OBS? Yes. Look into all the magical stuff you can do with OBS. Harris Heller had a good one. Also, Nutty. Go look up Nutty's channel. He'll teach you about color correction and stuff like that too a little bit. Like the voice adjustments you can do, color corrections. Also, you can get what is called a LUT. So your camera has a particular temperature to it, or like it auto white balances, but you can actually tweak the coloring a little bit through something called a LUT. And the GoPro has a really vibrant color to it. It's a little oversaturated. So what I did is I paid somebody on Fiverr to make a LUT. Like, it's super cheap. It was like $5, and they specialize in doing LUTs. So showed him some footage of where you're filming, and then they'll tweak the colors and then give you a LUT that you can apply to your camera in OBS. I'm looking to tint my truck, but 70% max. You must be in like New York or Pennsylvania. Yeah, people will do it, roll around for a year, and then rip it off. State inspections suck. We don't have them here. Water. I should have been drinking more water. Workout finished. Says we're done. I don't think so. I don't think so. Genius thing. I just research this stuff to death. When I'm really interested in a topic, I'm tinting and I'm watching videos all day about it. I'm just learning whatever I can, and then I come across all this stuff. They just, like, I have hours to kill. I literally, when I'm tinting for a full day, I have hours. This one right here. I literally have hours to kill. So, I don't have people to talk to. Oh, sometimes I do. Let's see what it did for this, though. If I shifted the whole thing. Dang. Yeah, see, it's just a little slanted. So I'd figured I'd pull it maybe a little bit away and just use the edge pieces. I could trim them, but I don't know if I want to do that. I did it in the garage before, and I had some drywall to tuck it underneath, and it made it look super clean. And here, I don't know. I might just spray the edges black. Whew. It was nice to have a little break and have some water. Holy shit, I feel better. We got that second wind now. Let's do this. Okay, green. So we'll take apart the last of this. Kind of just want to fill all the old tiles back in, and then we'll grab the new one. We haven't even had to unbox anything yet. Oops. So which way? That's literally this way again. Snap. We should push some of this out of the way, figure out how wide this needs to be. How long? 16 wide. So that's 16 feet. So each one of these are a foot. I think it was like 19. I'm gonna double check. I think we're 19. Well, the boxes got wet. That's okay, we're throwing those out anyways. $12.30. Okay, green. 21 total height of the green, 21. Wow, okay, that's big. That is very big. So total height, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. Aw, fuck you. 20. Somebody's spitting out numbers. Fuck, I forgot. This should be this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 20. That's 20. So I need one more. 1, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, my eyes start getting all blurry. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Ha, fuck you. So this is how long it's going to be. We're going to go all the way out here in the green. And then we got 2 more black. So we're actually going all the way out to here. We're going to have to put some more lights out here. But most of the cars are still going to go in a similar spot. I'm just going to have much more space. They're pretty much going to go in here all the way to back here. So that should be... And then trucks, they can sit a little farther so when we take a picture, it's going to look a little bit snappy. Yeah, we have no big gray spots right now. So now it's just fill. Fill, 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 fill. I'm tired. Any quirks on an H3 Hummer? Those were very Jeep-like, so I don't think the H3s are that bad. Maybe kind of a pain in the ass. The H2s really were annoying. Should be good on the H3. Probably a little bit of some fuckery, but overall not too bad. Ta-da! Ooh, this one's already done. Da 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 da. Dang, this is gonna be cool. All coming together. Oh shit. I know you're in on GameStop, but did you get in on Doge? No. No, I don't chase. I didn't think it'd go up that high. I have a hard rule on chasing. I wait for an epic crash if I'm interested in something. But I haven't traded in a while, so when you either get in what seems really early, or you wait until it's incredibly low and you look at it and you go, whoa. So you wait for like a big crash and then you wait longer. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's the way I look at it. Because then you like severely minimize any downside. And even then you can get screwed. But yeah, Doge was crazy run up. And then there's like, so I'm still in GameStop. I'm not done with that. That is gonna do some crazy shit. So June 9th is their shareholders meeting. This is what's cool about GameStop right now. It's incredibly overbought, and there's a bunch of fake shares. And the way that they're gonna actually publicize it is the shareholders vote count coming up. June 9th is the shareholders meeting. If you add up all the institutional shares, it already adds up to above the float. There's like 27 to 30 million shares available to actually trade that aren't locked up by the company themselves. It's actually insane. And you have millions and millions of people right now that have GameStop shares. So there's tons of short selling on it right now. And soon as it gets really exposed, it's got potential to, if they have to cover the short position, it's gonna get crazy. 1 second. Hello, Tint Studio, how can I help you? Yeah, sure. What kind of vehicle do you have? 2010 Avenger? Okay. Are you looking for everything with the windshield or without? Well, we do tint windshields, so I was wondering if you wanted to get all the sides and the back, or if you wanted to include the full windshield in the list. Okay, all five, no windshield. That would start at $240 in our color stable dyed form. We also have a carbon and ceramic film if you're interested. That lockout warranty protection, but outdoor would be $240. Yeah. We don't do motor replacements, so you could take it to like a glass company. There's one in Shelby I could recommend you, but called Symbol Auto Glass. But other than that, I would definitely recommend getting those fixed before you get it tinted, but we don't fix the motors. Alrighty, man. Any other questions? Alrighty, you have a good one. Bye. Oh shit, that's pretty crazy. I didn't know about that. Yeah. Go on Reddit. Look at the Superstomp subreddit. It used to be GME. They all moved to Superstomp. A lot of shit behind the scenes with that, but anyways. It's such a crazy story. GameStop Whoops. Okay, so let me repeat myself. Go on the Superstock subreddit, and you can read a lot about it. Or GME, but that's just where a big community is. And what's crazy, though, is like just the technicals of it are fucking insane. So GameStop bought back a ton of shares last year because they had like 130 million outstanding shares. They bought back to 70 million shares. Their stock was way down here, and it was just shorted to shit. And then Wall Street Bets kind of broke that story and made it more public. And then regular retail started buying it up and started forcing a lot of attention on it. And the crazy thing is, retail, a lot of times, they buy and then they panic out and sell. So that's what they expected to do. So hedge funds raised more capital to basically wait out the stock going back down. But Ryan Cohen, he comes from a company called Chewy. He's the new chairman of the board, guy that's revamping the whole company. They're changing GameStop into being an e-commerce retailer first. They have no debts. They have 70 million total shares. They have 27 to 30 million outstanding in the float. All of them are already owned by institutions. So the rest is just wholly owned by retail. Nobody knows exactly how many. And they've paid off all their debts. They have 400 to 600 million cash in the bank. So you tell me what the fuck is going to happen with that stock coming up. Shareholders meeting is going to publicize the numbers of how many people are actually voted in the shareholders meeting. So, right, if there's millions of votes coming in, that means there's millions of shares that are owned, but they're not really owned. They're all short sold. So a good number of that is what is called naked short selling. And that is when they're literally writing shares without delivering shares to you. So brokers and institutions, they can write fake shares, and they have a certain amount of time. I've learned this all in the past few months, so bear with me. So they basically, it's like you pay them for a share. Well, what's to say that they actually went out and bought your share and not just pocket the cash and keep on with their life? You know? So that's what's been going on. And they trade between brokers. Millions of shares trade every day. And before you know it, millions and millions and millions are bought, millions are short sold, and then a company does this ridiculous turnaround. So, yeah, should be fun. June 9th, 6/9 is the shareholders meeting. That's why GameStop ran up, came back down, and then magically has not come back down. Shit is gonna pop soon enough. It's just out, just waiting it. Because the company has 1.5 million things that they can do right now to the positive, and the only way short sellers get out of this is if GameStop goes bankrupt, which they have 400 million cash in the bank. It's not happening tomorrow. Crazy fast turnaround too. They're doing stuff that companies just don't do that quickly. They've already kicked out most of the board. So it's a whole new board. And I think one of the most interesting things that I keep forgetting to bring up is Chewy is an e-commerce platform that just became profitable with a market cap of around 40 billion. GameStop has been around much longer, was valued as a retailer, physical retailer, with a market cap of under, I think it's sitting around like 11 billion right now. So a company that literally just became profitable is already worth 40 billion. And before that, before it was even profitable, it was worth 40 billion. And GameStop's worth a quarter of that. And you're telling me that in a good handful of months, they're not going to be valued somewhat at the same market cap? Okay. Okay. That's without all the crazy fucking short selling going on. All right, I'm done ranting about GameStop. So these are new tiles. Yay! Canon. Now y'all know about GameStop. What are you having for lunch, Matt? I hear Kenny G was bringing you tendies. That would be nice. We're having some water. Okay, so I don't have much longer. I probably got about 5 minutes or so. Whoa, look at that. Look at how much farther that goes. Oh, that's cool. So I want to put cabinets too, all along here, and they'll come up to about here. Ooh. Oh, that'll look good. And then we'll still have the Civic in the background. Just did a 76 Camaro. Lucky they took out the windows. Oh, that was very nice of them. Yeah, so I'm definitely not going to be able to get this floor completely done. I was hoping I'd be able to get most of it done. So we got a huge chunk of it done. I'm going to have to probably wrap this up off stream. But I have a 1 o'clock appointment that's going to be coming in here pretty shortly. So in about 5-10 minutes, I'm going to hop off stream here. I got to do that. I don't have enough battery on that, but that thing's half charged apparently. I didn't realize that, but I was just going to do this and then hop off stream and actually tint something and then finish this up afterwards. So that way I can get a little bit more stuff done. My GoPro's not going to last either, so I just looked at the battery. It's got one blip left on it. Takes a few hours for it to charge, unfortunately. I don't even know how I forgot to plug it in. I always plug that sucker in. I don't even know what my appointment is. I just know somebody's supposed to be here at 1 o'clock, so about 15 minutes. So hang out for a little bit, and then we'll hop off. So unfortunately, we can't finish the full floor, but if you want to see the end result, we'll be back for sure. What's today? Today's Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be definitely back tomorrow, so. I want to do race deck on my garage, but I wrap, and those are hard on my hands and knees. Yeah, they would be. Unless, like, I know they got the flat tiles. Some different, you know what I would get? I would definitely get, like, a vinyl flooring. That would look super sick. Man, some of these. So let me show you guys the cabinets that I'm going to get. They're not on order yet, so this could change, but I've looked around. We're going mostly budget, but with a really clean look, which is generally how I do a lot. New age cabinets. Because, I mean, this floor is not exactly what you would call budget, but it wasn't on the high end of a floor like this, and it had been on my bucket list for a long time. So, New Age has these fun cabinets. They have the Bold Series and they have Pro Series. It looks like the Bold Series is completely out of stock right now and would take a month to get here. So the Pro Series is probably what I would end up getting just because I don't want to wait. But they have these really long setups that you can do. So I'd probably rearrange this a little bit. But something basically like this. I'm going to rearrange it a little bit. And then this color right here. Oof. No, show me the other color. Don't do that. I was hoping I could make it bigger. Dang. Stainless, basically stainless steel look in white with the bamboo top on the counter. Whoa. No, we don't want to be demonetized. Okay, but yeah, basically something like that would look super sick. Along there, and it'll still keep things bright. That's one reason I'm going with a lighter color. If I do black, it'll too much contrast with the camera. One of the things I didn't even think about necessarily with these tiles is they have all those little slats in them. So the camera can kind of make it look a little grainy when you don't have like a nice even color or something. But yeah, this is gonna look sick. So we're slowly making it, slowly adding to this place. It's been a long time since we have done anything major, so adding to this floor, getting some cabinets, putting some additional lighting on top of it. We're probably gonna put some extra lights up there, have a nice bright area all the way back there too, because it gets a little dark. It's gonna be fun. And then we can take it all out and go somewhere else if we need to. All right, let's check GME. 168. Oh, we got a call. Hello, Tint Studio. How can I help you?
Yes, I was calling to see how much you charge to set all 6 windows on my Jeep Cherokee Laredo.
Yeah, sure thing. So all the sides in the back?
Yes, and I got the front too, so I'm moving to Texas. They said I need the front windows slightly tinted, and the rest of my windows need to be like 5%.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, I can do that. It would run $260 for all the sides in the back.
Okay, perfect. How soon can you get me that? Everybody's booked out.
I'm not actually as booked out as everybody else is right now. I'm jealous. Let's see. Yeah, I can imagine. Let me check my calendar really quick. I think I have an, oh, you know what? I do. I have an opening Thursday, literally tomorrow at 11. You want to do that? Okay, perfect. Awesome. So we're checking deposits too, just to make sure the spots are held. So all I'm gonna do is, once I hang up, I'm gonna text you a link to our website where you can leave the deposit. I'll leave it right to the booking page. I'll leave the info in the text too, but set it for tomorrow at 11 o'clock. It's a $40 deposit, and it goes straight towards the balance of the job. Okay, awesome. All right, sounds good. I'll send that right over.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Bye.
Hey, cool. All right, I gotta text this. So that was that. We have another appointment for tomorrow. So we're taking on a couple of extra things tomorrow. I got a full windshield in the morning. I got now a full Jeep to do. And I know I got a 230 Grand Prix that should be coming down. So Detroit Tint Studio. But that helps. Because the truck canceled, and then I was hoping it'd give us a little bit more time to fill in that spot tomorrow because we had that spot filled. Or we had this spot filled, and then I was going to do the floor tomorrow, but things got switched. So we're going to paste this in here. Is the deposit link for your Jeep at 11. Okay, cool. Neato. So I'm still getting used to these headphones. I don't like that I can't put them anywhere.
If you're serious about turning your garage into an organized, functional space that puts you...
Wow, that was dumb. Apparently, they like to auto-play music, too, when you put them back in. Good stuff. So, yeah, with headphones, it would auto switch. So my last headset would auto switch from the computer to my phone so I could take phone calls. Now, any of the wireless, truly wireless ones, they don't do that anymore. Yay. So I have to have them separate, take out a headphone, and I could just take it out, let go, and then have it dangle. So it wasn't super elegant, but it worked. Now I have to like put them down somewhere and I'm going to lose them. But they sound good, and they work. I looked all over the place for some neckband headphones. I wasn't finding them. I tried a handful, or I tried one. I bought a really expensive pair of Sonys because my bows were really nice. They were just god-awful. How's the weather? Oh, it's nice. It's finally warm, and it's going straight into summer weather. So last year it did the same thing. It went from 60 to like 80s and 90s for like the rest of the summer, and it was super sunny all summer, which is nice, but it's like we're a state where we could stay in the 70s, low 70s to high 70s. We're really happy there. And then it just goes from here all the way to here, and then fall kicked in and it came right back down. No in between. And now it looks like it's going to do the same thing because on Friday it's going to be 90. Fuck. We just started getting warmer. Was it chilly outside? It wasn't. It's really nice right now. Earlier in the week, it was like we're floating in from like low 50s to like high 60s. So like in there throughout the entire day. So most of the daytime was better, but it had that chill in the air. Similar to New York? Yeah, exactly. And then, dude, it's like, can we just stay in between, please? That would be really nice. What if this appointment just doesn't show up? It was a shill joke? Oh, of course it was a shill joke from you. I did read it as shilly, and then but I thought it was a I thought it was a typo. I'm gonna have to sweep out that floor before I put that car in too, but this will be fine. All the floor. This is gonna be good. This is a good size. I think no, this is good. It'll give us a little bit of space in between the front. The car will be parked a little back there, so you still see a little gray, green, black against there. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Yes. Finally got it. Some of these cars were looking pretty snug up here when I put them in the corner on the tiles. I was moving everything out a little bit farther, but does a race stick help with dust and debris? I think it does, because you're not kicking it up. Everything's kind of falling in between the little slats, and including the water. It's all kind of getting washed down and staying underneath. So little breezes and stuff like that, they're just blowing over it. It's not just concrete floors getting dust blown up into the air. But that being said, as long as you keep the fans off and airflow to a minimum, you're usually fine with whatever floors that you have. But this is nice because you're not walking through all that stuff. Because whatever the case, if I'm tinting on just regular floors, all the water likes to find its way to my boxes. And it's, you always have to sweep, you always have to move everything. This kind of lets you be a little bit lazy for a while. So when you have to clean, you have to move all the tiles, but they're not that hard to just split into a few big sections. Move it, sweep it, wash it, clean it, and then put them all back if you really want to. This floor hasn't moved since October, so we just cleaned out the whole thing underneath. But the more tiles that you have, if you have this end-to-end on the walls full of the whole thing, that's where it would kind of be it would become a really big pain in the ass to try and clean all that out. But setting this up with pads, I think, is a nice way to go. Studio looks awesome. Learning a lot from your vids. Just got laid off in an oil field. That sucks. I'm sorry. I wanted to start tinting full-time someday soon. My area has 1 or 2 shops that are months booked out. It's a field that is still very much in demand, especially around this time of year. Sorry about your job. That really sucks. Oil fields, I hear they pay well. But, yeah, dependent on a lot. Tinting gives you an opportunity to take that back. And then you can be flexible with it. Tint on the weekends if you want. Takes time to learn, though. You watched the Wes and D interview yet? No. I haven't been paying attention to most of the interviews, but that one actually seemed really interesting, so I'll have to catch it out. There was another interview that I saw yesterday. No, a couple days ago that was really cool. It was with the really old guy in the short selling and all that. I forgot what his name was, but that was really cool. Yeah, so you actually have, like, what's crazy about this whole GameStop thing, too, is you have actual professionals in the financial sector doing interviews with people out of this group that are basically saying, like, yeah, this is a stupid big problem. So it's not just a bunch of shitters making things up. It's actual professionals going, no, we've looked into it. Yeah, there's something that's going to happen. This has been going on for years. I did get another job working 1 week and 1 week off, so definitely have time to learn. Oh, cool. That's actually really good. I mean, it sucks that it's inconsistent, but yeah, 1 week on, 1 week off. Put in that time, learn it. That'll be cool. Will GeoShield tint work on a boat? I bought some. Yeah, it'll work on a boat. Boats are tricky, though. Boats are good money, too, actually. There aren't as many people that take on boats. Most shops specialize in auto. The underserved markets are architectural and boats, for sure. There are companies that do them, but there's way more people that do auto, because auto comes to you. And the boats can come to you, but obviously, a big yacht on a marina isn't necessarily going to come to you. But yeah, those are some of the underserved ones, too. Cars are really tricky to learn, too. That's the funny thing, is like we all start on the really hard spectrum. We all go into auto. We all price cut each other. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like, pricing is a lot more aggressive there. But yeah, architectural. There are big architectural companies, but man, you can get a flat glass company and do a lot with a flat glass company, probably more so than working similarly with an auto company. What was it? The company that Patrick was working for in Florida. They did like $2 million in a year in flat, and they only did like $400,000 in auto, maybe less. Yeah, you can do a stupid amount of flat. Flat's way easier to teach people too. But I can't stream flat. But yeah, Geo's good. It's a little bit more expensive to learn with, though. I will say that. So don't feel like you need to use it for learning. Tint Depot also has some great film to learn. Some less expensive stuff. But if you're going to leave it on something long term, then it's nice to have a film that's going to last. Kenny G got mad about the mayo. That was just a huge weird meme in that group. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock. I should have an appointment here. I'm going to double check, though. Let me call them. I'm using Lexan because they charge cheaper than around my area. That's one way to get into it. It's hard to work up from there. So it's really two different models. So you can go high production, lower cost, or charge more. And you can still do a high production with charging more, but that can be a little, you know what I mean? Like, you're usually not as careful about a less expensive job, per se, even though you can definitely do a good job. So, but yeah, Starting low and working higher can be really difficult from what I hear. How much are the floor tiles? They're like $4 to $5 per tile. Like I think I got them at like $4 a tile. So I bought like three. I bought an 18 by 20 spot last year, and then I'm adding basically almost double, or a little less than double this year. So it was basically over $3,000 in total. It was expensive. Yeah, because we were supposed to have somebody. So before I sign off, I'm going to make sure I got somebody coming in because it's 1 o'clock. I don't have somebody in the door yet. Oh, I made a dumb move. Shut up. Breathe. I'm really dumb. He's coming in at 2. Ugh. I have another hour. I swore it was 1. It's actually 2 o'clock. All right, we're going to put in some more tiles. I guess it's good to have a break. I was going to end. We're not going to end yet. We got another 45 minutes to put in tiles, and I just wasted a bunch of time. But I charged up this battery a little bit. So that's good. So everybody that hung out, we're going to be staying on a little bit longer, and we're just going to be slapping some more tiles in. We probably could get almost all of it done now. Pros and cons to it rather than epoxy. Ooh. Why? Oh, I know what happened. This shut off when I started charging this. That's what happened. Okay. Yep, we're good. Okay. I like epoxy a lot, and I think epoxy is a fantastic choice. This is really, I think, if you want to be more portable and if you want to sit above the water. 1 second. So, I've seen reviews for some self-applied epoxies, and that's what concerned me. Because you can go to, like, AutoZone, you can get epoxy kit really cheap. And my only question is, will it last? So if it'll last, then, yeah, absolutely go with it. And I almost did. And then it's just, like, last minute, I'm like, you know what? If I have to move and I'm not allowed to tint in that garage for whatever reason, I don't want to have epoxied the whole floor. And then a handful of months later, I'm not allowed to tint there. So, hey, I pulled this race deck, threw it in my Explorer. When I had a shop, I dumped it here, and that was my tinting spot. So, really glad I went that route. But good epoxy is great. You're going to be doing a lot more regular cleaning, but floors will stay clean that way. This stuff, you can't sweep the water out from underneath it, but you just kind of let it sit there and dry out. So if you're high production, I'd probably go the epoxy route too and just start sweeping your floors. Or go with like a vinyl or automotive vinyl or something like that. That'd be pretty sick. They have some really cool looks. But I was looking at the cost too. It was like $7 or $8 a tile for some of those. I'm assuming they're probably a little bigger though, but yeah. For the premium garages. Okay, so one idea that I think would be super sick I was at IKEA, and they have these fancy-ass sliding glass door closets. And I think it would be super cool and very different to have nice, clean floors, like a darker theme to it, and have these like lit up, like they have frosted glass on them. They were super cool. Put all your supplies in something like that, and almost make it look like a custom tailor or something. That'd be wild. You could totally theme out your workspace differently. But we're keeping with the auto theme, so maybe one day we'll do something like that. See, when you have these like this, easy peasy. So this is the newer, this is what they look like when they're new. This is what they look like when they're a little old. So a little bit darker up on this front edge. Nice clean ones towards the bottom. But the thing is, when that camera up there is pointed this way, it might look a little bit cleaner. It'll be fine. They'll get dirty anyways. Oh, this wasn't even in all the way. Whew. I need to start running again. Get some cardio. How's the rent for a shop like this? It's not too bad. It's $24 a month, plus all the whatevers extra. Internet's kind of like my most expensive utility. That's an extra $250 a month because I had to get business class internet because it's a business. So that'll greatly depend on your area. In order to get only 40 up, I had to get a gig down. Fuck me. I don't need a gig up or a gig down. I need as fast of an upload speed for streaming as I possibly can get. So, what made you stop tinting from home? The city. City didn't like it. So check with your city. I saw this really cool comment from somebody in the Facebook group. He said his city, the zoning doesn't allow it, and then he called and explained what he was doing, and he got a permit for doing it. So that doesn't mean it's going to be disallowed everywhere, but definitely check with your city if you can and get a permit or something, or just hope you don't have nosy neighbors if you're doing it from home. And like I said, depends on where you live. Some places would be completely fine with it. Some places just have stricter cities. So in my case, somebody didn't like it. Somebody started calling the city, and I live stream everything, so it's not like I'm hiding it. So started getting a bunch of notices and stuff. So I didn't ever want to be put in a position where, because it like freaks out your whole family. They see a notice on the door and they're like, "Oh shit, are we gonna have to move?" So, yeah, it happens. But, live and learn. I've never wanted to have a shop. I've never built my own tint business. So in order to keep the streams going, I literally had to learn all that. I've been around them for long enough. I know what I'm getting into. And what I didn't want was to feel like I have to just treat it like another tint job. I wanted to make it different. I wanted to make it more enjoyable like I was doing at home. So I just wanted to keep tinting, but do it on stream. And just, I don't mind tinting off stream. I just didn't want to be like, you know, at home I got to schedule like two to three jobs at the most, and I just made a real easy day of it. And it's super fun. So I just wanted to keep doing that. But when you have overhead of a shop, it becomes a little bit more intimidating. A little bit more difficult. But we're making things work. Alone? No, they wanted 3 months up front, basically. So 24 times 3, it was like a little over $7,000 to get in here. They didn't do, I mean, they were really cool about it. They just like, yeah, you have a check for it? You seem pretty legit. Just give us some information and give us a cashier's check for the deposit, and you'll be all good to go. I was like, cool. Like, it was super easy to get in here. They're like, we want a tenant. We want somebody who we think's not just going to bail on rent. And as long as we're getting paid, we're happy. Aww. Cannon. Kramer with the 5, thank you. This is because nosy neighbors and your help with the live streams. Dude, I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. That helps out a bunch. Yeah, I do these for fun. I do them because I really like to. They're obviously helping with the income to do stuff like this, but when you try and do a live stream in a shop, it's really tough. You have to put time aside to like do something like this. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. I don't tint, I wrap, but I really want to open up a shop. Doing it at home now, I really like it, but I want to see steps moving forward. GoPro. Oh, I want to answer that one, actually. That was cool. Where did you get the floor? Race deck. Just rented my first shop. Thanks for the channel. Had to move out of my garage because things got too busy. That's what I want to hear. That is awesome. So tinting from home, this is what's cool about it. It gives you a chance to build your clientele, build your business, and then take that leap. So I never had permission. Okay, so where are we? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think I gotta do 3 more. I'll count them though. 1, 2, 3. So I didn't have permission from the owners of the home because it was a rented home. So it just went in and I just did it, right? So yeah, that's not a way to necessarily, like, you take a gamble doing it that way for sure. So it didn't pay off, but it worked for a handful of months. So, like, what's cool is, like, if you find a place to do it from like a home, like a rental or whatever, right? Like, I was in an apartment. I had an apartment garage. And I set it up for tinting, and then I didn't actually do it. And then I was really determined the second go around. I was like, all right, here's what we're going to do. Lease expires. We're going to get in a house. We're going to get a full-size garage. And that's going to be the tint shop. And I still overplanned that whole thing. My wife gave me the best motivation that I ever had. It was great. Because I was like, I was planning how I wanted it to look, and I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do that, and getting it all perfect and set up, and then, oh, I got to build a website. And then she was like, so when are you actually going to start? What do you need to get started tomorrow and then keep working on what you're working on? And then I was like, fuck, you're right. And then I got the last little website thing together, and then just started getting my feet wet with bringing people in. Because it was different for me because it was from home. Like, I'd never done that before. I always worked for companies and shops and stuff. Didn't know how people would feel about coming to my house. But it was kind of like, cool. It was going really well. I'd say you limit some potential. You definitely limit some potential because there's only so many people that feel comfortable going to somebody's house when they don't know, but you can build that clientele over time. But I really, oh man, best morning. It was a nice summer day. I had some banana bread, I had a coffee, and I was just standing out in the garage, wide open, and then I had a car there to tint, and then I could just walk inside if I wanted to. Everything, I was already home. Fucking awesome. So I'm gonna build into that again, but I gotta make sure it's okay, so. How do you deal with clients waiting from home? Nobody was allowed to wait. If I set up like 2 doors, sure, they could stand around and wait. It wouldn't take that long. But once I got that first notice, nobody was allowed to wait ever. I wouldn't do anything that didn't fit in the garage. So that also limits, because not everybody can find a ride. So when you have a shop, you have parking, you have waiting area, you can have people drop off, you can treat it like a business, which is great. So there's pros to it. Then the at-home life is more arranged, more appointments. But it's more of this like private thing, which I really like. So my thought is, if this place is $2,400 a month, and then home rent is still $1,700 a month, just get a nicer place. Combine those two and have one hell of a house, man. And so if you're allowed to do it from a place like that, that's life goal right there. That's what we're working towards. This will only be out of here for so long. Because, I don't know, tint shops, they don't need to act like auto shops. The only reason they act like auto shops is because they involve cars. And it comes from an automotive field. But it can be different and more fun. Because why not? So you can treat it any which way that you want. Internet's kind of made that a thing. They cut out the middlemen, and I'd argue that middlemen is the shop. People go direct to the person doing the job a lot of times now, or at least they try to. Some people do, not everybody. It's not like everybody moved that way. But made it a lot easier. Because the way for shops or customers to connect with, to get service, was through a shop. And now internet is direct to everybody. Dang, this is big. We got so much square footage. All right. So I think this is the last one, because I said total length. So then we got to put a line of green that way. So I think this is going to be the last of the gray tiles. And so we got to count them. Oops. Ooh, that's a good point too. Yeah, for sure. If you bought a home, you're building equity too. Absolutely. And then you just move into a bigger one. Like, okay, life dream here. How cool it would be to have a big ass house with a gate, and then it's like you pull into a nice ass garage at somebody's home, and everything's like gated. Why couldn't that be the case? Why can't you do that? I understand if you don't want to do that, but why couldn't you? Like, who was it? Oh yeah, the guy from Obsessed Garage. He's done house tours. He's got a fantastic looking house. Who wouldn't want to, in that community, wouldn't want to have their car detailed there? Private experience by the guy from the channel. Super fucking cool. I'm not saying it has to be done by the guy on the channel, but super fucking cool. All right, we gotta find some more gray. This is black. Where do we throw this? Oh. Black. We got a floor. You know, I was really tired at the beginning. You do this long enough. Get that cardio back. Great. This is what we need. So when you open one of these boxes, this is what it looks like. And there's instructions on every box. So start here, loops here. I was dumb, I didn't do that. How many square? 24 by 26 in total. And they do these on the Obsessed channel too. Well, you do switch tracks. F Solar Guard, I ordered 25 and they sent me 19. Dang, they weren't expecting you to measure that. Call them up and let them know. Probably not. Maybe they only had 19 and they're like, yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, the glass shop, their former used Solar Guard, and I will say I don't have any comebacks, so I won't give the film shit. It was just really thin, but it was having problems. He'd have a bunch of it coming back right now, and I don't. New, old, it's all good. Looks close enough to me. So we gotta spray something on it, scrub it, wash it off. We probably should have done that before we pulled it, but you know. Come on, we only use our brains so much on this channel. So when you have the 4 tiles, it goes really quick. And you push it opposite. That's what takes forever. Oh, dang. Do you contract work for the glass shop? Yeah. So, 1099, all that fun stuff. fun fact, if you're a contract worker, you're supposed to have your income from more than one place. If an establishment only pays you as a contractor and you don't have income from elsewhere, they're doing it for tax benefits because then you have to take on 30% of those taxes. Whereas an employee, it's 15-15. Everywhere that I ever tinted for me as a contractor. Learn that later on. But if I can get you a tax guy and finagle some stuff, then yeah. You need a rubber mallet? I needed it the first time. I have a hammer, and I don't remember where I put it. But you're absolutely right. In Nevada, no tax. Or no state tax? Nice. The Fed tax is what really gets you. Unless you're in California. I feel bad for everybody in California. Oh, you also want to make sure you break these off the right way. I mean, you're not going to damage them or anything, but it helps with adding more tiles. So you can either do it accidentally the wrong way and put them all together individually, or just make sure it's oriented the right way and then snap it, and now you just do two at a time. Bippity bop. So we're going to see if I was smart. I ordered a few more too, so in case I needed them. But that should be pretty good. Oh yeah, we got enough. We got to go through and measure it real quick too. I was less smart. I should have just looked at how many extras that I had and left some of the dirty ones out and just supplemented it with more nice ones. Canon. Woo! Looky. If you guys want to know how big it was before, just look at the old video and see it was short. Now it's farther. Yippee. Florida also has no state tax? Dang. GME back down 7%. Oh, we're going down. That's nice. That's really nice. We have state tax, and then we have 6% sales tax. $6% off everything. Yay. That's fun. Are you in GME heavy? Oh, we're in it pretty heavy now. They made it worse. They just I wasn't in that deep, and then they just kept it going on and going on and going on. So anytime it did a super heavy dip, I added more. GME is my bank account. Not my full bank account, but like they just good and everything's up. All right, let me double check this tiles. Bunch of BS with people normally call deposit and go. What, are they leaving deposits and not coming in? Or what? Or did I miss something? Okay, 16 wide. Where's the green? 21 tall, total green. 16 by 21. Wow, it's 1:30 already. It's 1:30. All right, so we got a client coming in a half an hour, so we'll be able to get a little bit more of this done. 16. It was 16. It says workout finish. It said that 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What? Shut up. 21 total height. 16 total width. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 16. We're correct on the width. Good, because that would really suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Motherfucker. Okay, cool. We are one short on all the gray. My floor just got bigger. This is why we count. So I have more gray somewhere. Oh, I have a lot of gray. Oh, I should have questioned that. I have all these gray tiles. I should have been like, I didn't order that many. Okay, oh yeah. What did I say? Don't be a dum-dum. That should have been my first question, is why do I have so much extra gray? Didn't we go 20 on the other, 21 on the other side? We thought we did. Apparently we counted wrong. It might have also been people yelling numbers at me while I was counting. Might have had something to do with it. Put gloves on. You guys are acting like I have that here. I feel like I still have extra. How much extra do I have? So that's that. Could I literally go one more? 2, 3, 4. I have 4 extra. What the fuck? I swear we double checked. We did. That's why I keep calling myself dumb. You know, I just make some dumb mistakes sometimes when I'm doing this. It just happens. But what's a live stream without some self-deprecating humor? So let's see. What is in here? These are all black. That's good to know. So these are all black. Did I ever tell you a story about the guy that lived in Bulgaria? It's not the CEO of Robinhood, is it? So, oh God, this is where... Let me count what I ordered. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get this completely done. I knew it was too good to be true. Okay, total gray. 14 wide, because you have 16, 16, or like it's 16 wide total, so minus 2, you have 14. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14. Duh. And then 20. 20 tall with the gray. Wait, that's wrong. Why did I order 20? Because it's supposed to be, it said 21. So it should be 19 with the gray. Oh, so I have extra gray then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Should be 19. So I have actually one more full color length of green. And I have some extra gray. The problem is, does that mean I don't have enough black if I make this one longer? Because I have an extra gray spot. And is it going to make the whole thing look weird? So that's where my error came in. Okay, so I ordered a little extra gray than I needed to. And then I ordered 4 of each extra total, just to make sure, in case I miscalculated on something or I needed to replace a tile, I had a little bit more. I think we'll leave it where it's at, and then we'll just keep the extra gray. because then we're really building this out extra far. And part of this, like social media here, part of it's the framing. I want to be able to pull a car in the center of it and have it kind of really, like, you see that green when you take a picture of it. Wow, that's big. That is very big. Yeah, let's leave it. All right, we're going to leave it. It won't be too hard to adjust on the road if we decide to. A little bit of splitting and everything. My hands are reminding me how much fun it is when we don't have a hammer. At least I figured it out. We spent some extra money. I'll figure out something to do. No, I won't. It'll just sit. Somebody wants like 5 extra gray pieces, or actually more than that, probably like 10, 12, 14. Kick it. Well, I knew this could only go so easy. Even with their configurator. I'm tired now. Stay. Okay, 2 more. Then we got that. We got a whole bunch of black ones to put in here. But we're coming up on a deadline. Yippee yippee. This will look good. Oh, so much space to play with. That's what she said. Everything's a that's what she said joke though. It always seems to be a little harder with one color and another color. Five pieces of race deck giveaway. What a giveaway. Yo, if you want to get enough race deck put under one wheel, this is the giveaway for you. It's like ultra lame giveaways. Use squeegees and stuff. Ugh. Too tired to tint. Yep. But we gotta do it. The work's gotta get done. This is playtime. Because this isn't gonna get done any other time. After tint, I could have a little extra time to put in the rest of the floor. Then I gotta go home. I gotta be a dad. A husband. And it's nice weather, so. Oh my God. They are a little slidey. That's fun. Back is gonna be hurting. Maybe. I think my legs more than anything. Squats. So many squats. That. There is this. We could use the dirty tile. Or, see? We ordered just enough extra, 4 extra. Perfect. Ow. Ow. Yeah, the color and one color. Those have always like a slight difference. Same color together pretty easily. My watch is going crazy. It's like, damn, you're working out a lot. And then I'm not going to, and it's going to be like, wait. Whew. So that's most of it. Now the rest is just black fill all around. We have some edging to do at a much later time. What time is it? 1:42. Canon. Whew. I should have just thrown them all there. Oh, look. Dirty, brand new. I think. They're just much cleaner. Whew. Look at that. That looks good. It almost looks fake. That's what she said. This whole stream is, the last half hour of the stream is that's what she said. I have coffee. I need to just do water. Ooh, GameStop's gonna fall today, even farther. We're bouncing on this part right here. It's like a hard line right now. Boom, it's gonna come down. It looks like it's just gonna drop off. Unless it gets a surge of buying volume. I don't see it. Panic sell! What else do I have to do? I got a card of tint at 2. I don't remember what it is. And I got the rest of these things to put in. So this is going to be like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I ordered 5 to be on the safe side too. 1, 2, 3. Oh, dang, we should have only ordered 4. Because look at that. Because that comes right to the edge, and that's what I wanted. If we go one over, it's going to be over by the door. So, I got a whole extra line of black then. Okay. Well, that is what it is. So we only need to put 4. Although, I'm probably going to take that black, and I'm going to make one extra black line at the end. Build it out just a little bit longer. That should fix that. So, it's not going to waste. I just didn't have quite the width here, so that makes sense. Second one is gone. Looks like you need some drywall repair. Yeah, if you want to do that, that'd be great. Ooh, look at that, we got blade. We don't want that. We'll snap new ones later. Fresh blades underneath these tiles. You can add like 5 tiles to the giveaway one. The giveaway of 5 whole tiles. So you can see how exhausting this gets if you do it the other way. So you got to slide a tile under another tile and then snap it in place. When you can just lay one on top of the other and just build it out that way, it goes much quicker. Hang on one second. Canon. Hello, Tint Studio, how can I help you? Honda Pilot, 13? It would be everything with or without the windshield. Yeah, we do windshields. It's extra, but we do that. Oh, well, technically nothing on the front doors or the windshield is allowed except the top 4 inches, unless you have a doctor's note. So, a lot of people do it on the sides, regardless, but it's up to them to get a doctor's note if they want to make sure that it stays within the law for our roads. But all the sides and the back glass would be 260. Yes, more often than not, on SUVs, that's from the factory. No, so the factory tint is actually just dyed glass. So there's no way to remove it without replacing the glass. So on a lot of trucks and SUVs, people do one of two things. They'll either tint the front 2 doors to match the back or get really close, or they'll tint the whole thing. So if the back is too light for you, then it'd be pretty normal to darken it up. But if you're cool with the shade that's on there already, you could just do the front doors. It's called GeoShield, by a company called GeoShield. We have 3 of their films, Pro Classic, C2 Carbon, and Ceramic. So it basically depends on, each film impacts the price a little bit, so the higher you go, the more heat rejection that you have. Yeah, you can pick whichever shade. That doesn't change the price at all. So it would be 260, and you can do as dark as you want on the back, as light as you want on the front. Like you can mix and match any which way.
Okay.
Is that something you want to schedule?
How far are you on that?
Let me double check my schedule. Earliest I could get you in looks to be Monday at like 1 o'clock.
Super early morning or later how long do you usually take?
A job like that's going to take usually 2.5 to 3 hours. It's not something I could take much later than 2 o'clock. What time do you get off of work? I could get you in at 10 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday. I just have a morning spot already filled up on Monday.
Okay. What is the warranty on the film?
So every film that I install comes with what is called a color stable lifetime warranty. So that basically means that anything except physical damage will cover the film. So if it peels, if it bubbles, if it fades, which it's not supposed to, but if it were to happen to you down the road, it's all covered under warranty. So no cost to you down the road.
Okay. How long have you been using this film?
I've been using them for a couple years now, but they're a very proven company. They've been in the business since 2005. So you want to schedule or any more questions? Okay. Okay. Well, we take deposits for all the appointments. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to text you a link that's going to take you to our website. The deposit is $40, but it goes straight towards the full balance of the job. So $40 today, and full job is 260. Go with our entry level film, and then so you'd be 220 out the door on Wednesday.
Okay. And then what's the next step? What's your most third highest one? I mean, what's your best one? How much is that one?
The best is ceramic, so it goes up in levels, dyed carbon and then ceramic. So the full, all the sides and the back in ceramic would be 450. The carbon? Carbon, let's see, 280. You'd be looking at 350. Mm-hmm.
And how much percentage is based on how much more?
Oh, so, oh, okay. That's an easier thing to show in person, so it's not a decision you would have to make now. But basically, the carbon blocks out about 50% of the heat. The ceramic blocks about 75 to 80% of the heat. But yeah, all the film choices, like, really, it's cool with me, whatever film that you want to get. A good amount of the cost is just going into, you know, all the work, time, film, setting aside all that, so we can go over that in person and pick all that out.
Okay.
Alrighty. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna go ahead and text you that link.
Okay.
And then as soon as I get that deposit, then your spot's locked in for, again, Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Where are you located?
We're in Sterling Heights. We're in between 17 and 18 Mile off of Mound Road.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty. Any more questions?
Go. Thank you very much.
Alrighty. Have a good one. I'll send that right over. All right, bye. All right, hang on one second. Customer just walked in. Oh, that's awesome. It's so great when you have a client that is watching the stream. So he was watching this for about an hour before he came here. And he's watching it right now, too. So he's in no rush. We're going to have his camera here in a minute, but I'm going to end the stream before that just because I'm running low on battery and I need to, yeah. This is supposed to be mostly a race deck stream. So we're gonna, he said I can throw in some extra tiles. It's all good, he's not in a rush. This is probably gonna take an extra 45 minutes, so that's why I don't wanna waste too much time. I gotta move some stuff, gotta clean some stuff up. So we're just gonna basically make this space ready to tint. We're gonna pop in some black tiles, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go do that, because I have a few things to set up for that. But how cool is that? Dude, that's fun. I always expect that people have no idea about the streams, but it's really starting to show more now. Referrals are starting to come through off of that. More people in the area are starting to watch that have had their vehicles tinted here, or if they're interested, they're telling people to watch the streams and watch me tint somebody else's car or whatever else in the schedule here. But I think the funny part, too, is he said he called around. And there's like, some people are booked a month out. That's not me right now. Still got to make a name for yourself. So as much of a channel as you have, dude, nobody know where I tinted. Nobody know who I was other than making some tint videos, which most consumers don't watch. So it's cool that that's all kind of starting to broaden out, but it takes time. It takes time. If anything, they know me more for that Amazon Mirror video, I think. But that'll be cool. Maybe we'll get to a point one day where we can keep the stream going a good part of the day. Because more people want to have their cars streamed than not. Da-da-da. Ooh, dang, this is looking good. Okay. So, are you going to stream the car? I usually would, but I'm going to run out of battery. And from putting all these tiles in, I'm a little wiped out from that. So the next stream is we do have a stream coming in tomorrow. So we'll be back for that. But I got to get my toolbox isn't even in here. I got to do that. I got to set up the spray tank, a few other little things, and move everything over. So honestly, it's the extra time to try and stream it all is just going to eat away at the install time. I thought I'd be done with it now. I really did. I wasn't for sure, but what really hung me up was trying to make the tiles all oriented the correct direction again. So we're good with that now. Otherwise, if you just bought this floor without doing all that, you'd have the bulk in it way quicker. Way, way quicker. Because it's just as simple as this. This is most of it. So when you figure out which way your color is, your pattern, it's just Lego. You just all slap down, put them on top of each other. But when you have to take these loops and slide it underneath and try and line it up, don't do it that way. Do it the way that they recommend you do it. Oh, I remember why. So it all ended up backwards because I planned on starting at the back corner of the garage and working out, but I ended up starting at the front corner and working in. So I had all the tiles oriented in the other way, but I shouldn't have put them together that way. Dang, this is cool. Ooh, and they're all fresh. Woo! Okay, hang on. Sorry, I'm gonna be 2 years old for like a second. I absolutely love sliding floors. And when they're new with these shoes, oh, that's fun. Extra slidey. Just, man, I wish they were all like that. But as they build up, they stick more. Do a burn. Maybe if I keep them clean, I could do that slidey more. These shoes don't have a lot of grip either, so at least on these they don't. Fun, fun. Ceramic coat them. Then we might be able to. Just ceramic coat all the things. How many extra things get ceramic coated, I wonder? Oh, this will be cool because this is only 2. I think I planned for 2, and I would rather have 3 now. So I have one row too many, so we're gonna put that along here. That'll finish it up. Okay. Good God. Wonder if a plane ever gets ceramic coated? Probably not. It might be something long term. It would really be a long time before they did something like that. It's got to get super approved. Go through hours and hours of testing. When will you review the motor shield? Are you going to do cheap tint? Yeah, I plan on doing that. So what's cool is I've had appointments fill up on my days, but I do miss messing around with some. Oh God, messing around with some of that stuff. So I gotta remember on a slow day, I still gotta treat it like a work day, and come in here and do a stream with something like that. There just hasn't been a day to do it lately. Oh my God, we have so much floor. Oh, I'm excited now. Oh, it's open. Aha! All right, finish. Not completely, but we're making up some time. We're not doing edge pieces. Edge pieces take too long. I'll get them in my spare time, off stream for sure. So I got edge pieces to go around the entire thing, and I also have a little block right there. I gotta throw a couple pieces in. What did you say you were gonna do off stream? So I used to make these really fun for me videos, but they're a lot of work to edit. Messing around with Amazon film, tinting with only stuff from Walmart. I could do that live. And I haven't done something like that in quite a while because I've been working. And then when I have time off from work, I like to chill, or I have family time and chill. You know what I mean? Like, there's other stuff to be done. whether it be shipping orders, ordering stuff, catching up on other business thingies, scheduling appointments, doing this, doing that, adding stuff to the stream, all of it. It's all work. But yeah, so I need to just take some of those days that if I don't have an appointment, instead of streaming a car, I'll stream messing around with some of that stuff. Still on a car, but not on a customer car. Because obviously I'm going to bring in a customer's car and start doing some AutoZone window film just to see what it's like and then tint their car normally. That's not going to happen. In a perfect world. Yeah, light colors. Those are so much easier to put together. Whenever you have like one color going into another color, they don't line up quite as perfectly. It's like the molds are just a little off or something, even though they probably use the same molds. Space for days. It's all coming together now. See, this is what it should have been like. You would have had this done in an hour. Yeah, so I have, just with like the really fun, interesting sounding stuff. So I have a ceramic from Moto Shield that I was going to install. So what is cheap ceramic like? And then I have also a transition film I bought off of eBay. 70% to 20%. What is that stuff like? Does it work? I haven't seen, not long term, but I haven't used any in person yet. Yeah, like cheap film, all that kind of fun stuff. Like, you guys have lots of questions about things that are widely available. Me, as a shop, I'm never going to use them, but as a channel, we can have some fun. So another thing I want to get into, okay, so as for transition films, I can give a little bit of a spoiler. They're still really new, and they fade in splotches. I don't know if that's still the case, but a handful of years ago, a shop that I was tinting for, they bought one from PhotoSync. They said 3 months later it was splotchy. That bitch was like $2,500 for the roll. In 3 months, it was splotchy. Ugh, that's crazy. So, still haven't figured out a good amount of soup for the Pro Nano. Broccoli cheddar soup for your Pro Nano. Or tomato bisque. Those are both really good. But as for slip, I like using Dawn and baby shampoo together. That seemed to help out a lot. I don't think it's perfect either, but it helped out a lot. Cheap color window tint? Oh, yeah. So I have pictures of that stuff a year later. He messaged me. He pulled off the visor on the outside. He did a vinyl visor on it. So part of it was sunblocked for ever since he had it installed. And then a year down the road, it faded. It was still mirrory, but it faded. So that was no good. A little bit more space. But yeah, there's another one somebody showed me a picture of. They had it on their car for 3 months, and it faded. The main places that do film is out of China. Regular tint manufacturers don't really do colors anymore, or mirrored film much anymore, because it's just not much of a demand for it. So you're talking about hundreds of SKUs to satisfy a handful of clients. There's not the market for it. So with colors, you got to carry green, dark green, light green, mirrored green, fader green. You know what I mean? Like, you can go across the board. Now with windshields, chameleon films are interesting because it's mostly focuses on the windshield, and you can handle a couple of color SKUs for it. You don't need as much, but when people were mix and matching fader films in the olden days, you could have a fuck ton of colors. And it's just, they're unfortunately very unreliable. So I think chameleon seems to be like the sweet spot for them. If you can get a high quality chameleon film, you're probably good to go. But something long-term, reliable on full cars, you're only going to see it where people get it and don't care about it not lasting very long. They're just like, yeah, I just want to look for however long you have it. Or on like a show car or something. So it's just not the market for it. Oh, come on. No. Got it. Okay, we only have a couple more. I guess we did a little bit more than I thought. No. Just. I was cleaning these. You have to yank it apart in sections, pull them out, and then clean underneath it. Not exactly super fun, but they're not that hard to break apart. And if you go back to the beginning of this stream, we do it on stream. So first thing we did is we broke apart all the old floor, which still is half in here. And we cleaned out underneath. Lots of people said it looked like a chocolate river. So that was pretty fun. Oh, dang it, I split it the wrong way. I thought you could vacuum through the vents. You could probably get some stuff out, yeah. I've never tried it, though. So if you have some low spots and you have a lot of water, you could probably, here's what I would do. If you have like a good low spot where most of the water, I would take one of these tiles, I would cut off the loops, and I would leave it in like a door. Or not all, yeah, cut off the loops, leave it still snapped in one section. That way you could go up to it, take it out, and then vacuum all the water out of that low spot. It's probably not going to be a fix for all of it, but it would help with if you had any severe low spots. I cut a hole for my shop vac. There you go. He's already on it. Smart. Ta-da! Holy shit. My dudes. All right, let's get this set up for tint. So I still have some edge pieces to put on. I've got them for the whole thing, so I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do it over time. So this is basically all set up. Wow, look at all this space. Look at all the space that we have to play with now. Total cost for this area? A little over, no, probably like $3,500. Maybe more. I don't know. It's 24 by 26 is the total space, and we have like a couple areas. I think I overbought a little bit. There was no point in tapping it with your hand. Standing up and hitting it all the time. If you have the 4 tiles, it goes pretty easily. Just ooga booga the whole thing. Dang. We moved in here, but now I feel like we really graduated in space. Cannon. See, I told you battery was low. Look at that, right at the end. That's it. That's the whole thing minus some edge pieces that we're gonna do. So, got it done. How about that? Mostly done. With a super chat. Freddie with the 5. What's up, man? High 5 for keeping the shop clean. Thanks. I don't always do it, but me and my wife were in here. We were scrubbing and sweeping out some of the floors, and it shines it all up, and I was like, oh, that looks so much better. It just goes to shit really fast in the wintertime and on rainy days. And then you have to, like, does the water smell? No, so it stays relatively cool in here, so there hasn't been, like, any, like, mold or whatever. It's just been a lot of baby shampoo kind of settling at the bottom. So I really didn't have any sort of, like, a weird, freaky smell to it. But if you're in a really humid environment and it just never dries, then you're probably going to run into some mold issues. But now we're all scrubbed out. It's looking really good. Wow, that is so much bigger. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Now we actually look at how much money we had to spend to cover up this much camera area. The first time I put this in the garage at home, I swear, it made the whole thing look fake. It was like, that's too good looking. It looks so, it looks fake. I'm going to spray something on the tiles and try and pressure wash them and try and clean them off a little bit and stuff like that. And then I'd have to break it apart and drag it out or whatever. I should have done that before, but, you know, we don't always use our brain, so. Alrighty, so we're going to shout out some super chats. I got a car to tint. Are you going to eventually do the whole shop? No, I don't plan on ever doing the whole shop. I would love to set up, like, little other extra pads maybe, but I don't know. I just made this bigger. I like still having space to sweep the water out. If I did the whole thing, I honestly don't know how I would split it all apart and it'd just be excessive. Whoa! Oh my God. That was a big one. Stream Elements tells me how much that was actually worth in US dollars. 20. Oh, wait, no, that was. Really? Oh, it popped up on screen. Oh, well, look at that. The auto converter. People already know. 20 Great British Pounds. Thank you. That was by Boss, right? Let me pull up my window. Boss with a 20. And if you guys, that's $28. That cost him extra. That cost him extra to make a 20. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. He says, congrats at long last. LOL. Job nicely done. Thank you. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the support. You've been a champ. There's been a lot from you lately. Okay, so big shout out to everybody. Again, Boss, Freddie, Kramer, and Alligator. Thank you guys so much for the support. And those of you that just hung out today, something a little different, but I know a lot of people have questions about stuff like this, so hopefully I answered some of that. I got a card to tint, so I'm going to get to that. Not going to leave him waiting too long, even though he's a super cool dude and says no problem. I'm still going to get to it. So thank you for hanging out. And we'll be back tomorrow with another stream. Should have a Grand Prix later in the day. I got to verify that, but there'll be something tomorrow. I'm nearly positive there'll be something tomorrow. I got to check on the deposit, too, for that other one. So, alrighty, guys. I will see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.